The scope of the problem facing Israel is quite significant. They've got three areas that they're having to focus on really at the moment. Gaza with Hamas, that we're hearing about a lot, but also into the north of Israel, we've got Lebanese Hezbollah and the Lebanon-Israeli border and the issues that are there. And a large proportion of the mobilised Israeli troops and regular Israeli troops are moved up into that area. And then there's a potential for an internal security issue around the West Bank area with the large Palestinian population that live in there. That's a security issue, and so far it has been relatively calm, and there's no link to that, to what is happening with Hamas. But the big issue is looking at what's going to happen in Gaza and when this ground offensive is going to be. And we have to remember it's only a couple of weeks since the Hamas terrorist attack into southern Israel and the mobilisation of large numbers of Israeli Defence Force. It takes a long time to get land forces, the army, ready to go and carry out a very complex military operation, which this is. Israel has effectively split Gaza into two, trying to move the civilian population down into the south, and they're going to focus military operations up into this northern area. And Hamas, they planned their original attack for over 12 months, we believe. They've had that 12 months then to prepare what their defences are going to be for Israel as they come in. So the one thing that is helping Israel at the moment in delaying any ground offensive are the political activities that are going on. And we've seen the Chancellor of Germany, we've seen President Biden from the United States, we see Rishi Sunak today, and in a few days' time we're seeing President Macron from France going in. And these are all parts of the Quint, the only member of the Quint that we haven't seen come in to see Prime Minister Netanyahu is the Israeli Prime Minister. But that gives a little bit more time for the Israeli military to prepare for what they have to do. And I would expect them to be in a position to go in at the earliest this weekend, but possibly another couple of weeks. They're balancing off, making sure the troops are ready. They've got a clear understanding of what their objectives are going to be. Remember, they've said they're going to destroy Hamas, but they have to have clear objectives to do that. And balancing off, allowing Hamas more time to understand the Israeli plans and to further enhance their defences. And when we look at their defences, this film's from 2015, but the tunnel network that's under Gaza is huge. The majority of the tunnels are about 1 metre wide, 2 metres tall, and there are hundreds of kilometres crisscrossing under Gaza City. And this allows Hamas to use what we call asymmetric techniques and use improvised explosive devices, bring up anti-tank snipers from different angles across the place, wherever these tunnels have got exits to the surface. It's a huge problem. The one military in the world that is used to fighting in built-up areas with heavy armour and with armoured infantry and everything else are the Israelis. They've practiced this, they've prepared for it, and they teach other armies how to do it. I don't think there are many armies around the world that would have the ability to deal with this. But no matter how well prepared they are, no matter how good they are, it is going to be a very difficult fight. They're effectively attacking into a pre-prepared ambush, and that ambush is all around them. And that means that casualties, both within the Israeli military and potentially within those civilians that are left, could be very high indeed.